The year was 1987, and I had finished a degree, master's degree in urban planning at VCU, and I was working there. And I got a phone call from Mary Tyler, then Cheek. And she had seen an article in the newspaper about a little boy who had died really in horrible conditions, inner city, poor, awful, slummy neighborhood with stuff all over the floor and whatever, and he had died. And it just touched her. And she called me up and said, we've got to do something about this. Our first project, big one, was really Carey Street. And again, it had all those different layers of things to do, and a lot of working with the neighborhood, and some of it was resistance, because they didn't know what we would do, and we needed to have something to show. And once we got that, it helped a lot, in the future. We built Jefferson Muse up on Church Hill, and then continued 15 neighborhoods.
I remember at the Jefferson Muse ribbon cutting, it was like 150 degrees.
Remember, yeah.
It was so hot, and we were in the Muse part of the development in Church Hill, and there was a senior resident who had just moved in, and her words, and this was almost 20 years ago, but it's just stuck with me. She said, the last years of my life will be the best years of my life because I get to live in a place like this. How cool is that?
But as we were going along, having finally gotten to the point where we were developing really good housing and being able to show it, we learned that the people that lived in the housing were just as important as the houses. And when we started, I don't think Mary Tyler and I really had focused on that or knew that. But as we went along, we learned that.
It's the opportunity for you to play a small part in helping someone's life get better. I think is the legacy that we all want. Our time on this earth to bring value by, it's not so much measured on what you've done or what you have, but how you've been able to help someone else have access to a better quality of life.
Well, I think that anybody, or a lot of people who are involved with Better Housing Coalition, as I've been, our enthusiasm and our love for the work and for the people who are also involved passes over to the people we live with. In my case, it certainly has. And you're right, Charlie has been a huge supporter and participant. And from the very beginning, but even more so now, it just keeps on going.
I'm of an age now, over the 50-year mark, where I don't want to just do another development that helps a few people. I really want to change the system by which we can help a lot of people. And so I think that's the method that we're gonna, and the path that we're gonna be moving towards, always in a respectful way, but pushing against some of the barriers that prevent strategic investments in neighborhoods and on behalf of families that don't have a voice all the time to make those positive changes occur. And I think with the leadership of the board, the capacity of the staff, and the alignment with key partnerships, that I think we can be successful going forward.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.